So I'm down at Porsche GB, Reading today. You can probably see all the lovely stuff behind me, GT4, GT3 RS, but I have been testing the new rear-wheel drive Taycan. So really interesting, it's the start of the range at £70,000, sits below the 4S. For that you get as standard a 79 kilowatt hour battery and 402 brake horsepower. This car's got the optional Performance Plus battery, which bumps it up to 469 brake horsepower and also increases the range a bit to 301 miles officially from 268. So versus a 4S, 4S is 563 brake horsepower with that same battery. So it's quite down on power, obviously, because you don't have the electric motor on the front axle, but that does mean it's 80 kilos lighter, even if it is still quite chunky, so 2,120 kilos. So let's just have a quick look round and then a look inside. So you probably see it's just difficult to, there you go. So very fetching coffee colour there. It's got 19-inch alloys on it, which are a standard. I think they're unique to the rear-wheel drive as well. Obviously you can upgrade. It also gets steel suspension as standard, and unfortunately our car gets the air suspension, and unfortunately, just because I'd like to test one on steel just to see what it's like. So 19's air suspension. It also gets the rear wheel steering, that's an option, but it's got standard brakes. So let's just go and have a jump inside. We've been out testing today, so it's wintry roads, it's been quite dirty, so you have to it doesn't look too bad actually from here, so let's just pretend it's immaculate. So yeah, it's a lovely cabin. It's much like the other Panameras, so all the digital dash, nice small diameter steering wheel, all the touchscreen infotainment there, really smart, and nice really low down driving position, comfortable seats. So yeah, it's a really nice place to be. If you've ever sat in the back of them, you know that, you know, I'm 6'1", and me sitting behind myself is, you know, I can do it, but I haven't got loads of leg room, and I certainly haven't got a lot of headroom. So it's you know, it's a little bit compromised there, but certainly a nice usable car. And I thought, you know, with the rear-wheel drive thing, I thought it was really interesting because, you know, the last Taycan I drove was the Turbo S, and that, as Elon Musk might say, was ludicrously powerful and you know, fantastic car, but certainly much more power than you needed. So, you know, and I think that's about 750 brake horsepower, and this is 469, I think. Let me just double check that so I'm not giving you the wrong figures. 469 brake horsepower, yeah, so it's a big drop. And, you know, is that too little? You know, it's 469 sounds like quite a lot, but obviously in a car that weighs 2,120 kilos, that blunts it considerably. So so that was one thing I was intrigued about. And also, you know, with electric cars, is rear-wheel drive the same kind of thing as it is with petrol, where it's purer and it's more enjoyable to drive, or does it not really matter with electric cars in the same way? So yeah, I took this car out on some twisty roads, and actually, the first thing to say really is that even with that amount of power, it's still a really quick car. So that the 0 to 60 time is almost half as slow as the Turbo S at 5.4 seconds. But, you know, they're kind of mid-range and just what we'd previously call in-gear acceleration, I suppose, you know, sort of mid-range punch. It's still really quick. It's a really rapid car. It's very refined when you drive it down the motorway. You can have it completely silent, and there is a digital enhanced sound system which is very kind of spacey. I don't particularly like. I think I prefer it without that on. So very refined, quiet, comfortable. With the air suspension, you can certainly feel the road, and I think it is a stiffer feeling, more connected feeling car than the Audi e-tron. More precise steering at the top, no sort of sneeze factor. But, you know, very refined, enjoyable to drive. And then you get to the twisty stuff, and body control's great. It turns in really nicely, really energetically, which will help with the rear wheel steering we've got on this car as well. Again, really quick, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if having rear-wheel drive particularly adds to the engagement over four-wheel drive. It grips really well actually, and I had it in the midway stability control setting, and it seemed to just soak everything up. So really engaging, really enjoyable to drive. You know, I think I would still to get my kicks, I would still want a Cayman or a Boxster or a 911. But I think, you know, would I buy this instead of a Panamera or a Cayenne? Yes, I would, absolutely. And you know, and if I was to buy a Taycan, it would be this. So if I was to buy a Porsche that basically there wasn't a sports car, this would be the car. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm writing this one up for Car Magazine, so look out for it in the magazine. As ever, give me a subscribe. I'll be doing more of this stuff, more reviews, more looks around my old 996 as well, which hopefully you've seen. If not, you'll find the links. I'll put something up here somewhere as well. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you later.